This week marked the resumption of the 2024-2025 academic year for primary and secondary schools in Kaduna State, but most students have not yet returned to classes.
And when we talk about consumption in economics, we are not talking about what
Normally, the start of a new term brings excitement for students and teachers, but this time the situation is different, with many students still absent.
Children supposed to be in the school. They're supposed to resume 17th of September. There is no money for those, and you know this is a new class, registration and all the rest. There is no money for transport. There is no money for registration, talk less of snacks that children will eat. Transport is high. And it's making the children, even the children are not happy to start home. For them to start home is a problem to me. Because any biscuit, granola to that pass, mommy this, mommy that. So it is not easy.
They have increased everything. The motor transportation is another thing that eating up parents' money. Like my grandchildren, they are schooling at Gwari Avenue. From here, they go there every day. Before they used 1,000, but now they use 2,500 per one. So if not that, there's small help from around. One of them is here now because of the cost of school fees and transportation. That's what we are suffering now.
Reports indicate that several schools have increased tuition and transportation fees, and some have even suspended their bus service. This has forced parents to transfer their children to more affordable and closer schools to cope with the rising costs. In Kaduna, which has over 4,000 private schools, the recent hike in petrol prices has made transportation difficult for many students, leaving them no choice but to walk long distances to school. Parents like Mrs. Judith Kaduri are struggling to manage the rising tuition and transport costs, which they describe as unbearable.
It's because of the hike of the price of the petrol. That's why everything is the way it is. Common man, and to eat is not easy. Some people are withdrawing their children from the school because they cannot afford the school fees. Even transportation is not easy. A lot of people are withdrawing their children from the school. Even the school, they are suffering.
School proprietors are also feeling the strain as the number of students has dropped, affecting their operations. Dr. Vincent Ogini, a private school proprietor, shared his frustration over the economic challenges, noting that despite financial pressures, he chose not to increase tuition fees, unlike other schools.
We know that some students will not be able to resume because of the economic situation, but we thank God that we are here. Our service will continue to run because it's a social service, and no matter whatever is happening, we'll always be found in the classrooms so that we'll have a better tomorrow.
As the economic situation continues to burden both parents and school proprietors, many families are forced to delay sending their children back to school until they can afford rising costs. This growing challenge not only affects education, but also threatens the overall well-being and future prospects of students in Kaduna State.